Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, we're going to tell you why Roman Reigns is effectively, sort of, becoming a WWE part-timer.
A multi-time WWE champion returned on last night's Raw.
WWE have been caught recycling 10-year-old footage.
And I'm going to tell you the real reason Charlotte Flair is taking some time off from WWE. I'm Adam Wilborn.
And I'm Andy Murray.
And this is the news.
Alright, so some major changes are coming to Roman Reigns in his WWE schedule. We've covered this a lot on the channel over the past few days, starting with the house show promo where he was talking about entering a new phase. Yesterday we spoke a little bit about him as well. Dave Meltzer came through, now with a report here from Wrestling Observer Radio stating, well, kind of revealing the true meaning of what the hell is going on. Roman Reigns is not leaving WWE. That's pretty clear. So if you're a big Roman fan and you enjoy seeing him on WWE programming, as I'm pretty sure we all, like, who on earth in 2022 is sitting there going, I really hate this Roman Reigns guy, he sucks.
Well, if you do, you the twos, you the ones.
Okay. It's like Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. They had one and a two, didn't they?
And thingy, Chad Gable did it before them, and they went, that's good, we'll have that.
Who we got with the free? Who's number three? Shut up, Andy, this is nonsense. But yeah, so he's not...
Matt Hardy, technically?
I guess,
yeah.
I can slam a tornado. I'm sure Roman Reigns could do that as well. He's a very strong man. But the gist of it is Roman has signed a new WWE contract. And on this contract are fewer dates. Roman Reigns has got himself a nice cushy schedule with WWE. Meltzer actually compared it to previous deals signed by the likes of Brock Lesnar and not Roman Reigns and Hulk Hogan when they were on top. Basically, Roman's made himself really valuable and he's really tenured. So he has the bargaining power to do this. He can get sweet deals like this. He's going to be working fewer dates going forward, including, well, specifically house shows. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty unlikely that you're going to see the big dog on the road. It seems like they exclusively do house shows at the weekends these days. So, hey, look, he's a guy with a family. He's a guy with acting aspirations. He's put himself in a very powerful position in WWE. Very happy for him getting this sweet little deal. It does mean you might end up seeing a bit less of him on TV. I think he's only had like 4 televised matches this year, which is surprising, but also at the same time, it's like, well, he's protecting his aura. That's good. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, selfishly, I'm a bit annoyed about this because you'd love to see him when... I mean, I don't think he wrestled when he came here to Newcastle, did they? They did. He did one in maybe Germany, one in London, I remember, and then there was a couple of others, and they were like, "You're getting Roman Reigns," basically.
Screw you, Newcastle.
But also, like you say, he's definitely earned it. It's not like he's just turned up and they've gone, right, we'll limit you to... He's been doing this for a bloody decade, it feels. Is that right? For about 10 years.
Yeah.
Something like that, isn't it? So fair enough, to be perfectly honest. Like you say, also it protects his aura. Also, it reduces the risk. How many times do we sit here and say, unfortunately, so-and-so's got to take some time off for an injury. They suffered at a house show. If you're not working house shows, there's less chance you get injuries through that sort of thing. Look, he is the biggest commodity that WWE has right now. It makes sense, like you say. It makes him feel more special. It's understandable that he's on the levels of a Hulk Hogan, of a Brock Lesnar now. I mean, we've already been hinted at this through telly. Sometimes they just go, oh, maybe Roman Reigns will show up tonight. It's like, you should have seen this one coming, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, fair enough. It's good. And hopefully that void at the top of the card at house shows or even on TV potentially sometimes opens up the chance for someone, Cody, to become, the next in line for this throne, effectively.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but good for Roman. Sounds like he's got himself a hell of a deal, and I'm sure he'll have more wonderful acting roles lined up, particularly after that incredible performance in Hobbs and Shaw.
Exactly.
That sounds sarcastic. I loved that movie.
Yeah, it was
just junk food. It was awesome. I loved it.
Right, let's talk about a major return on last night's Monday Night Raw. Alexa Bliss is back. She came back and, well, basically squashed Sonya Deville, who has been fired from her role as,
terminated,
management.
Adam. Terminated.
Sorry, yes.
Come on.
Because am I getting right in thinking this? Because I was reading Scott Carlson's Ups and Downs, WhatCulture.com, ahead of Miller's Ups and Downs later on today on this channel.
Best ups and downs in the business between those two
guys. And how she has been fired from management by upper management, correct? And then there's presumably...
through normal management in Adam Pearce.
Yes, exactly. weird. But anyway,
web.
more importantly, yeah, Alexa Bliss is back. She got her first televised victory since SummerSlam 2021. She obviously appeared at Elimination Chamber and took part in that. She had all those vignettes where she seemed a little bit more normal. She still had Lily, and she didn't have magic powers, but
old music,
and she just wrestled,
yeah.
Which. Good. That's what I want to see from Alexa Bliss. Look, we've talked about this recently with some big returns. Bayley's still waiting in the wings. We've had Asuka back, of course. And what a huge main event last night was until the DQ. And yeah, fantastic to see Alexa Bliss back and just wrestling as Alexa Bliss, because that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, the best version of Alexa Bliss was always the goddess version of Alexa Bliss. She's so charismatic. She's got such a great personality for this particular brand of pro wrestling. I think she's a perfect WWE wrestler in so many ways, and she's pretty good in the ring as well. Obviously, it would have been a real mess up if she came back and she was like the pixie she used to be before Blake and Murphy back in the day. But yeah, interesting that they've kept Lily there. I understand Lily was good for merchandising and stuff, so maybe that explains that. But yeah, reserve judgment on the comeback until we see what she's going to be doing. But it's nice to have her back on TV. Her usage has been very confusing recently, this year in particular. But yeah, poor Sonya, man, that was a tough treatment. Although she has been.
Have her go disappear for a bit and be like, all right, I'm just working on being a wrestler, and have her come back being MMA arse kicker.
Yeah,
and then there you go, because you can't really offer her up as like a fighter or a challenger anymore, because the only way she got matches and title opportunities recently was by weaseling her way in as management. But Alexa Bliss returns the night after the Fiend's there at WrestleMania Backlash. Coincidence? I think not.
Questions. Right.
Unless you're Pat McAfee, in which case you're probably going to get yelled at in your ear by Vince for saying it.
Right, we're going to run through something that I think is just a little bit funny. It's no great outrage.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing really worth being upset about. It's just funny. WWE have basically, right, so, you know they love video hype packages minutes long before your pay-per-view matches and all of that stuff. The one they had for Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin at the PAPE, the premium live event at the weekends. Bunch of footage in there, obviously. One of the pieces of footage that they used were crowd reactions, people going crazy, people reacting organically to this wonderful storyline they've been watching for weeks, except it wasn't, because the footage was 10 years old. So Wrestling Snowman on Twitter, tremendous name, was the first person to point this out, stating that they'd noticed that they used crowd shots from 10 years ago. Then a screenshot here of the crowd footage as it was used in the Corbin package, and it's actually from a segment. John Cena brings back the Doctor of Bugonomics on Raw 10 years ago. Brock Lesnar guy, you know him, who was in the original footage, actually tweeted it as well and called himself Recycled Lesnar guy or whatever it was. So fair play, he's a bit of humor there. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. It's just funny, isn't it? It's just a good laugh.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think the WWE video packages are the best in the entire business. But you do get the feeling occasionally that they go, ooh, well, no one really cares about this. Let's go to our big file, and they have a big file of stuff where it's like, happy crowd, sad crowd, laughing crowd, and they just go, oh.
They got one clip for each.
No one will recognise that. We'll just reuse it. And look, I'm not surprised. I sincerely doubt there was going to be that many people going, oh my God, Madcap Moss is dressed as a janitor and he's going to attack. So yeah, but it is funny when they get called out on their bollocks like this.
Yeah, it's funny stuff, man. And yeah, observant wrestling fans, because we're all dorks, all of us, every single one of us, we're going to notice.
Just thought, should we film some footage for them? Like us, all of us in the WhatCulture office, reacting in different ways, happy, sad, you know, like shocked or whatever. Send it to WWE and then they can just use it.
Going like that to a heel.
There you go. For the low price of £1 million.
Give you the middle fingers now. They're not middle, there's two of them.
Yeah.
Sorry for being rude.
I'll give you this. You can read between the lines.
Whoa. What?
Right, Charlotte Flair. We reported yesterday she's got a broken arm after the match with Ronda Rousey, the I Quit match at WrestleMania Backlash.
What was it? A fractured radius?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
But the real reason is she is taking time off, and quite right, I think it's right in terms of storyline and in terms of her. The real reason she is taking time off is she is getting married to her partner, AEW's Andrade El Idolo. This was reported by Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio as the reason she is taking time off following WrestleMania Backlash 2022. Good stuff, this. Congratulations to them. And anyone who's planned a wedding knows, you probably need some time off, not just for the wedding.
Yeah, I think Charlotte told Ariel Helwani, I think it was, in an interview in April, that she and Andrade were getting married sometime in the summer. She's got her dress sorted. They're getting, the service is going to be in Mexico. So, yeah, happy for them, obviously.
I don't know why she's got her dress sorted. No one's going to be looking at her. If Andrade's there and he's taking his shirt off, or if his assistant's there and he's got his shirt off, no one's going to be looking at the bride and groom.
Do you reckon Jose is going to be the officiant, standing there?
If it was me, no. I'd be like, you can't be here.
He's too fit, isn't he?
I need a slob.
He's gonna have his shirt off, but wearing the bow tie for class.
Indeed.
I respect Jose, the assistant.
Yeah, congratulations to the both of them, though, and best of luck with the wedding. And just chill out. Just chill out a bit, because it's
chaos.
There's moments when you think, is this all worth it? But good luck to them and congratulations. Right, let's move on to your Twitter questions at WhatCulture WWE. Of course, we want to get in touch with us. First question today comes from Sasu, who says, hello,
Sasu!
Thank you for helping me disconnect from work every day during lunch break. You're welcome, Sasu.
That's our purpose.
Small question. If this year's Money in the Bank winner cashes in on Roman, will it be for one or both belts? Is that how WWE plans to separate the two?
Yeah, it might be. It's a really difficult situation, isn't it? Splitting up both belts, but kind of having to come up with the kind of contrived way where it's like only this belt is on the line. The other way I could probably see them doing it is if maybe they do like a 2 falls match and they say the first fall is for this belt and the second fall is for this belt, and they have like 3 guys in it.
Or a bit like when Rollins defended against both Cena and Sting at Night of Champions.
There you go. Or they could
Night of Champions, I think so.
They could do something like, they could just have 2 matches in the night. But yeah, I think this would be an effective way of doing it. And the Money in the Bank contract is a good shortcut through difficult situations. So,
it's really easy, this. And I think you're exactly right. Cody wins Money in the Bank. Cody says, the one belt I've always wanted to win is the WWE Championship. You can keep your Universal Championship. Or weaseling by Paul Heyman means that he says, technically you said the WWE Championship, not both belts, and technicalities and bollocks and what have you. Cody calls his shot, wins it at SummerSlam. There's 2 of your stadium shows sorted. You can have Drew do some bollocks, maybe for I don't know.
Tyson Fury.
Yeah, exactly. You need to do something at Clash of the Castle is all I'm thinking. And then you have Roman hold that Universal Championship, which will be at, bloody 3 years probably. No, it can't be 3 years. But by the time he gets to WrestleMania 39, where he's defending against The Rock, it'll be on some astronomical number, and you've already got another belt on the other show. That was easy, wasn't it? Sometimes it's so easy to book WWE.
Wrestling's quite simple.
Yeah. Really. Eddie Zamhari gives us our second question of the day.
We've got all the answers, obviously.
Eddie says, hey guys, if you could do a WWE ride-along but with a WhatCulture version with you as hosts, which wrestler do you want to ride along with and chat wrestling?
Oh, Danhausen.
That would be great. You'd definitely get pulled over.
Yeah, we get pulled over because he'd probably try and start a fight with like a gang of like 7 guys. He's so absurd. I love him so much. Like,
he'd call out someone for littering, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would.
Don't chuck stuff out your car window.
I am going to destroy you. When he went up to Hook and went, I've had enough of you. I was like, this is ridiculous. I love it. Yeah, Danhausen, because he's weird and I'm weird and I think we'd get along.
Yeah.
He also likes good music, so shouts to
oh, yeah, that's good. I didn't think of that.
Tunes would be on point. He's got a turnstile shirt. It's really cool.
You'd think I'd say my best friend, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Yeah.
But he's a bit picky, and I'm not someone who likes someone having a go at my driving, because I know it's bad. You don't need to point it out.
Oh, you're an all right driver.
So I don't think it'd be MJF. Unless MJF was... No, that's even worse. I was going to say put him in the backseat, but then he'd be a literal backseat driver. So do you know what I'd pick right now? Ezekiel. I want to know more about that guy. I'm fascinated. What's the history with Elias? Ezekiel and Ken Owens. That's
Ken Owens. All right.
Bish bash bosh. Let us know. I'm genuinely. I read this question and I thought I want all of them. I want all of them in my car at the same time. We're having a big limo and we're all having a great time. But yeah, I'd love to do something like this.
The Fiend in a monster truck.
The Fiend.
That's my other
Can you
one.
imagine the Fiend? I'm just picking him up. I'm just arriving at this, on fire swamp.
Uber for the Fiend.
Here he is.
Destination, sir, the Firefly Funhouse.
What?
Yeah, I bet he owns a monster truck.
So you can't bring that head in here.
It's got spinning rims of his face.
Oh, do you want to put the windows down so your crusty face can get some air?
There.
Right.
Little tongue hanging out.
Final question today comes from Edward Shirazhands, who says,
Legend.
"G'day, gents."
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
hang on. Also says, "G'day, gents, king of the mic."
Actually, first of all, shut up. Second, our friend Jake emailed us yesterday and asked kindly if you could present, rather than an Australian accent, if you could present part of a video in a Texan accent.
Oh,
He would love that. So drop
Well,
that accent.
I tell you
King.
what we're gonna do.
Well.
You have to watch the Friday news for that.
Oh, nice.
That is what we call a hook in this business.
Interestingly, Jake has also sent us a piece of artwork in for the Friday
Well,
news.
there you go, Jake. That's what you call an exchange. It's the you get, and I'm talking to Texan accent, we get art.
Yes, there you go.
I can't believe we've got a mailbag on a Friday news now. Anyway,
It's mental. My boss is going to notice these emails at some point and go, "Hey, what's this?"
excuse me, your inbox is full.
Yeah, I might make a
crocodile
Gmail.
and fiend pictures.
Yeah, I might make a Gmail or something, but for then, please keep emailing me to my inbox for a multi-million-pound corporation.
So anyway, Edward Shirazhands, back to this tweet, says, "G'day, gents. P.S. Penn says hi. First of all, good dog.
Sup,
Second
Penn?
of all, and this is all on you, this, because it's a very important question.
Oh, no.
What would you rate Edge's new haircut on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being hot fire, or whatever the TikTok kids say, and 1 being he should have a rematch with Kurt Angle in a hair versus hair match and lose. Cheers, fellas." Yes, so he's got no longer
Yeah,
hair.
he's
even
got
though that's
the
what the
sides
and he's in the
shaved.
weird. They're not Judgment Day now. They're the Judgment Day for some bloody
With no
reason.
E.
Yes.
I guess, is that American English or
Yes, I
WWE
think
just
I
weird?
No, I think it is American.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you reckon to his new? It was funny when he beat him up, and it sort of went a bit poofy.
Yeah, it does. It does go a bit Seth Rollins
Yeah.
after a while, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks all right. Like the little side shaved and the comb back. I think it's a very British footballer look, isn't it? Like
Yes.
I think it de-ages him a little bit.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
That's good. Yeah, like I'm gonna go a solid 7. I think it's a pretty good haircut. And obviously, if anyone knows about haircuts, it's me.
Yes, exactly.
It's your boy.
Actually, that's more questions about wrestler haircuts that I can give to Andy. And we
No.
can get a scale. We can get like a 10. This is the best
I mean,
haircut.
one's okay, but come on.
We're gonna make that part of the Wednesday news.
You know, at one point, me and Jules were going to do a video, and we'd already prepared the images for it, where it was like what 10 wrestlers would look like bald.
I think it's the best thing we've not done.
And we were going to do it, and then it got canned. If you want to see that video, let me know.
Yes. Campaign for this to happen.
The gimmick was going to be we'd have 5 each in an envelope, and I'd go, "Hey, Jules, this is what Kevin Owens looks like bald," or whatever.
I want to see this. Anyway, let's move on to today's and finally. Just a reminder not to be a twat on the internet,
Yeah,
basically.
don't be a fanny.
Kenny Omega calling someone out. Someone tweeted Kenny Omega talking about Roman Reigns, saying Roman couldn't last 5 minutes in the ring with Omega. And Kenny Omega said, "I'm sure he could. He's their top guy for a reason. He works hard to be that guy. I think the match would surprise a lot of people." So you see, when the top guys in Dios Piernas can get along, how about everyone else does on the internet, you absolute bellend?
Did you know it's okay to watch the only 2 wrestling companies in the world? Nah, I like petty stuff. I've made no secret of my fandom of pot shots and stuff. But when you're sliding into Kenny Omega's mentions apropos of nothing and going Roman Reigns is better than you, and then someone replies saying no, Kenny Omega's better than Roman Reigns. That's weird.
Yeah.
There are more productive uses of your time.
Yeah, exactly. Like saying which of the 5 best wrestlers would be best looking bald. So
Yeah, exactly. Like
do that. Message Kenny Omega today saying, "Here's my 5 favourite potentially bald wrestlers."
Photoshopping crocodiles onto pictures of Triple H. Like
Spend your time wisely. Let us know your thoughts on that and all today's news stories in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling wherever you get your podcasts from. For daily wrestling podcasts, we're going to be reviewing Monday Night Raw, looking ahead to NXT a little bit later on today.
Isn't it mental how every news video these days is a Friday news video?
I love it. Let us know your thoughts, Twitter questions, etc. at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there. Follow both of us. Follow Andy Murray
at Andy H. Murray. The H stands for Happy Tuesday, crocodiles.
Hey, you can follow me at Adam Wilborn. The A stands for Happy Tuesday, alligators. You can follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, as I said. But for now, my thanks to Andy. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.
Most praise to the flat FUCK.